Hello. Hello. Today is January 12th, 2017. We know because we have a 2017 cake. How's our song go?
2017. We forgot it. It was stuck in our heads for a while.
Yeah, for a day, and now it's gone. Now it can be 2017. Anyway, today we went to Corinth.
Yep.
You know, the ancient, buzzing metropolis. We found out it's pretty different now.
It was awful. So in the Bible there are two books written to the Corinthians, and so we had like, I don't know, and they're like ruins. Is it called the like Corinth or something? Yeah. So we were really excited about it, and we got there and it's like it was terrible. It was just like really flat, and it was like
kind of like what you would imagine a drive-by town being.
Yeah.
Like where you stop to get gas and then you keep going because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah. In fairness, we weren't near the ruins, so maybe it looked cooler there, but yeah. But actually really cool. We saw sheep. And a lot of dogs. Some nice dogs, some mean dogs, and a lot of dogs on roofs.
Really cute dogs.
Yeah. Look at this really cute person. And tired. So, but the real reason we went there was to go to the Corinthos Detention Center for refugees.
Well, for immigrants. So, yeah, we weren't sure if we'd be able to go in really or not, but after a long way going around, because we just walked around in a circle, around the highway, following a Google map to who knows where, we were able to get in. Thankfully, that was a huge answer to prayer, because we weren't sure if we'd be able to or not.
Yeah, we literally walked almost the entire perimeter of the place, just like banging on doors that were all locked, and then like trying to jump up and see over like this big stone fence, and there was tons of barbed wire and stuff, and so eventually we did get in after a lot of like walking and prayer. It felt a little bit like in the Bible where when they walked around the walls of Jericho and they had to walk around every day for like 7 times, like praying and singing and stuff, that the walls will come down.
Where am I supposed to go?
Just like not right above me. Anyway, so do you have highs and lows?
Yeah, the high was probably that I got to see my friends. The low was probably the situation that they're in.
Are you really going to take the video like that?
Wow, you're on like protests right now. No.
Well, then you take it again. Okay, so go.
This is a low.
But want to see a high? We went to a grocery store twice. It was like Greek Aldi. We got garlic chips.
Peeping under there.
And
wait, why was that under the bed?
It wasn't supposed to be. It just fell under there.
How did it fall under
I brought it to bed with us, okay? Curry sauce. We're out of condiments, and we've just been using basically like Dijon mustard for everything, which is delicious. But now we're gonna use. It's like mango, so we'll see if we like it. Sarah's really tired. It was a long day. We basically spent the whole day commuting.
In the grocery store.
We spent the whole day like taking the subway to a train. It was kind of like in New York if we were to get on the Long Island Express or the Long Island Railroad Express. And anyway, so then we went out to Corinth. And how long was it? Like
about 2 hours. Less than 1 hour on the train, but then with the wait time and the other like 30-40 minute train ride, like 2 hours.
Yeah. So then once we got there, we were like, what are we doing? And we walked around, and Sarah petted a bunch of dogs, and then we found a grocery store, and then we're like, kind of have to go to the bathroom, let's eat lunch. So we went back to the depot. Anyway, and so after we went, we found out that Sarah's roommate on Lesbos had also been there before, David, and Sarah's like, I wish we had known, because he could have like helped us get in or whatever. But Sarah talked to him on the phone kind of tonight, and we found out we had pretty different experiences with the guards. So that when we went, there were like these 2 young Greek guards, and they were like, oh, here, sit down, and what are your friends' names? And like, yeah, they gave us like chairs to sit in and kept offering us like coffee and tea or whatever. And yeah, they were pretty nice to us, at least the two guys at the front. And apparently for David, that was not the situation at all. They were very rude and like cold toward him. Whereas our guards, after
like interrogating him almost.
yeah, and so that was not our circumstance, which is like, oh, cool, sexism, thank you, in this case. But yeah, so some weird double standards. I mean, it could have been the guards in particular too, but yeah. And afterwards they're like, so you sure you don't want to stay? You want to get some coffee? We're like, no. But it was sort of a bummer because we weren't sure what to expect once we got in. And once we finally found the thing, we were so happy. We had to give them our passport information and then the full names, like family names of Sarah's friends and where they lived, which thankfully she had all that information from them. And then they like walkie-talkied it over to the, what would you call it, like facilities? Like
The other policeman.
the jail. And then we had to wait for a long time, and we got to see some other people get like searched and everything, and they went through like the stuff we were planning to give the guys. And so at first we're like, are they planning to bring them to us or what? But no, they had like a police car come and pick us up and take us into the camp, and then they escorted us in, and we only got to talk to them for like maybe 10 minutes. It was really short, and we actually only saw two of the guys who were in the same place instead of and we didn't get to see the third guy at all. So Sarah's thinking about maybe going back. So is that like a low, that experience?
I would say that it's a high that we got to go, and a high that we got to see two of them. Actually, there were more than two that I knew in there. There were a few other people who I recognized from Better Days or from Moria,
Yeah.
including one guy who, it was kind of funny because I was like, I think I know him from Moria, and they're like, no one else is here from Moria, and I was like, and then some other guy's like, hi, hello, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, from Mentellini, I'm like, yeah, I know, and then another guy was like, I have a picture of you on my phone. He didn't say that, he just kind of held his phone up, and there was a picture of me from my phone that, well, I still have it actually, it's me and some other people, and I'm like, cool, like, I don't know who you are, and I don't know how you got my picture.
Yeah, so she didn't even know this guy, and he was like, oh. Like,
I might have known him and not remembered him, but
the other guys were like, no, there's no one else here who you would know.
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it was kind of
But
weird.
they might have met like in their friend group.
Yeah, basically they were.
We don't know if we can hear this video. Remember?
We'll find out soon. We'll finish it and then find out.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically they were just in like the prison yard kind of, and we talked to them through the fence, and like two guards were like standing right next to us talking.
And kind of, and when I thought of it, I kind of anticipated that even if it was a yard, it would just be like us and my friends Umar and Ali, not and Ayaz if I thought he would be there, but instead it was basically like everyone in the yard all came and they're just all at the fence like.
And this one guy kept like talking, and we're like, we don't even know you, sir.
And you're like, been here for 6 months. That's not even European law. That's Greek law. Oh.
Yeah.
And someone else is like, 9 months. It's like Guantanamo.
Yeah, and we're like,
oh gosh.
oh, sorry, gentlemen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was like good, but I think when we left, like I kind of felt like crying, and then Sarah definitely did, and I was like, I don't even know these people, but it is kind of like an upsetting thing to witness, just people being there. And we found out a little more about how they got there, which is like one of the guys, it sounded like he asked for help with his papers or something. Like the age was wrong on his paper, like his papers, and someone was like, oh, okay, we'll fix it, and instead they sent him to Corinth from Lesbos.
Yeah.
So he never even like made it to the mainland, except now he kind of did, but now he's been there how many months?
Since September, so about 4 months.
And they keep saying, oh, maybe maybe after 6 months we'll get out, but we don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah.
Some articles Sarah was reading seemed to indicate that it could be indefinite. It could be
indefinite or deportation.
Yeah. So either way, it's not.
Which are not nice options.
Yeah. So high and low are kind of the same today. That we got to go there, but also just kind of seeing the experience. And I think it did make us more curious about like what people in that area could be doing about detention centers, and also like the fact that we tend to not care that much about detention centers in the U.S. Like if we knew someone who was there, we'd be like, oh my gosh, it'd be kind of like this, I guess. We're like, oh, it's so unjust that they're being held there, and yet yeah, it's just kind of weird that we don't think about it maybe as much as we should.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, highs and lows of the 12th.